Most people get the definition of an introvert wrong and they label themselves incorrectly. Being an introvert does not mean you're a shy person. You can be extroverted and shy as well. So for an introvert, it's all about how they either deplete or gain energy based on the social situations that they're in. Introverts tend to have a depletion of energy when they're around a lot of people, when they're around a lot of big social events, and so it takes them a little bit longer to recover, whereas introverts tend to gain that energy from being very social. So here's 4 mistakes to avoid when you're an introvert trying to get better at meeting women. First, try not to go out for long periods of time. So introverts who are learning game and learning how to meet women, they might listen to, trip advice here. They might go out for 3-4 hours. They might go out during the day and try to approach a lot of women. They might go on multiple dates per week because, of course, I've said to do that. But as an introvert, that is going to suck a lot of energy out of you. So instead, you want to be going out more frequently, but at shorter intervals. So going out to a bar and practicing approaching women or going out during the day, you might want to do that for 30 to 45 minutes versus going out for, 2, 3, 4 hours. You might be wanting to go on dates, but instead of going on maybe 4 dates a week that are very long, you might want to go on a couple of dates. This is going to help preserve your energy and not have such a hard effect on you throughout the week when you're trying to be consistent with meeting women and dating. In our coaching program, we actually help you with this, and we will discover whether or not you're an extrovert and introvert, and we will tailor everything to your needs. You can get a free call with us at tripadvicecoaching.com. Link is down below so you can chat with us. Next, this is more mindset stuff here, okay? So bear with me. I don't want you to make this association where you say to yourself, I'm an introvert and it's hard. Right? We're already doing this as people who are introverts. It's like you say, I'm an introvert because you don't even know the definition. You just have such a negative connotation associated with the word introvert. So you use this very loosely. It's harder for me. I'm an introvert. I can't go out and socialize. I'm an introvert. Everything is a little bit harder because I'm an introvert. You keep on saying that stuff, especially out loud. It is going to then reinforce that, yeah, it is hard and it is going to be harder for you. While I will admit extroverts do have it a little bit easier than introverts, still, the reinforcing of how hard it is, how difficult it is, the consistent and constant labeling yourself as I'm an introvert and just associating that and almost making that part of your personality is making this whole process much harder. Instead, just be more specific. Say, yeah, when I go out for a long periods of time, it just tends to be a little bit more draining. But don't associate yourself with this word because I believe that the more you do that, the more it's bringing you down and the more harder you think it is. Because our thoughts are very powerful. So the more harder you think it is, the harder it actually will be because you're just repeating it to yourself over and over. Next, do things less in big groups and more one-on-one, one-on-two, one-on-three. Okay, so of course there's going to be some times when you are going to be going out and doing things in big groups, and if you are, you want to just reduce that time a little bit. But introverts tend to do better when they're with a smaller group because it's not as social, it's not as intense, therefore it does not deplete their energy as fast. So if you can help it, go out and go solo. Don't go with your friends, which I really think you should be doing anyways. I know that sounds pretty intense, but instead of going out with your friends where, okay, you're spending 3 hours out, you're socializing with your friends, then you're going out to approach women at the same time. It's just a lot of socializing. It's really intense. Go out solo so you can just go and approach a woman, talk to a woman, and then come back and go to the bar and grab a water and just kind of relax, right? Do more solo activities. Or you can be meeting women in different groups and meetups and different events where it's maybe smaller groups, right? So like meetup.com, Facebook events, like those might have smaller groups of people who are socializing. Now, I will admit those places are not always the best to meet women because you don't get a lot of volume in those. But as an introvert, it might be better to do that just every once in a while so it's not going to be, again, depleting your energy. Here's another thing. I don't have scientific data on this. A lot of this is anecdotal, but still, I think it goes without saying that this can be very important, is that I don't want you to use this association with calling yourself an introvert or some association with introversion to be your whole personality to the point where you almost think like, well, this is it. I'm an introvert. I can't change. I do believe that we can actually change. And I think we can change the other way too. I think extroverts can go to introverts. I think that introverts can go to extroverts. Again, no scientific data on this, but our minds are pretty powerful. If you were to believe that it were possible, then it can be possible. And I do believe that it is possible to at least change, maybe not 100% where you do a full 180, but maybe you start to socialize a little bit more. And I've seen this with coaches, with guys we've coached in our coaching program. I've seen this with friends. I've seen this a bunch. People who are normally introverts start to put themselves out there more, start to talk to more women, start to put themselves into bigger groups. And yes, in the beginning, it's very hard, but then it starts to become a little bit easier. It becomes more of a habit. Then you might start to like it. You start to actually enjoy socializing more, talking to more people, talking to women. You start to see results. You start to get numbers. You start to realize, wow, I'm having a lot of positive experiences from going out and being social. Maybe at the end of the day, you were never introverted to begin with. Maybe you just didn't like socializing and that was tough and that drained you. So maybe you start to get actually more energy from going out because it becomes more fun, because you're making it a habit and because you're doing it more. So I want you to be open to this fact. And so what the mistake here is not you are using it as some sort of excuse. Like, oh, I shouldn't do that because I'm an introvert. I can't change. I'm an introvert. And feeling like you're just stuck in this one personality trait. What makes this whole process easier is learning how to master the art of conversation. There's a video here on the screen where you can learn that. And we have coaches are standing by to chat with you, to help you with getting to the point where you're meeting and attracting more women. Book a free call with us at tripadvicecoaching.com.